would like to welcome Vidya here to give us a brief understanding of what we're going to be covering today, what is the context, and then take it over from there. We have small presentations from each of the speakers. Feel free to ask questions.
We are going through a transformation journey. We are not only trying to embark on the agile transformation, but also, as you must have read, most of the legacy companies or the companies who have been there for a long period of time have legacy systems, which means that how can we innovate as fast as we can in order to compete and succeed. So we are also going through that chasm of figuring out how do we cross the chasm and how do we win, how do we get back a competition. So I was hoping in today's session, there are 4 questions which we would like to answer. When I say we, I think each of the speakers would be covering it, and hopefully we will get a chance to ask them these questions. Do we understand what the experience is that our customers desire and the total investments needed to accomplish that? The second is, have we evaluated customer perception of us and our ability to deliver on those needs? Have we prioritized our business initiatives according to ROI? And finally, it's about, if we are scoring high for customer experience, have we determined if we can improve the efficiencies of those experiences by leveraging new technologies, either customer facing or operational?
So yes, customers want choice, they want convenience, but it's also about, they're particular about the brands that they want, they're particular about the products that they want, whether it is food or general merchandise. They're also particular about at what price that product is sold, at what is the value of that product. So the challenge for retailers going forward is, how do we balance both? The other realization across the organization is also that we're no longer in an environment where we have made the change and that's it, right? I don't think this change will ever stop. It's going to keep changing in terms of the trends, in terms of the technologies, in terms of how we want to fulfill our customer expectations. So it's that fundamental thought that we have to be open to change. So there's never a thing that, oh, we have done this and that's it, right? And the only person who's driving that change is finally the customer, right? So all of these things are just enablers, and it's just how we respond to it. And the closer we analyze what a customer wants, or the closer we listen to them, the better we will be able to respond to these changes, or perhaps even lead these changes.
So quickly, I just wanted to talk about Manhattan Associates, product-based company. We are focused on supply chain commerce, actually. Our vision has changed. The key thing is, we are largely in supply chain optimization solutions earlier, but we realize the change that has been happening in the industry and the digital commerce revolution that has happened has led us. And talking about the culture and this, right, starts first with a vision, wherein our CEO changed our vision to supply chain commerce solutions, and our main architecture also overall changed to commerce ready enterprise.
As a marketer, as a retailer, the most interesting thing that it helps is engaging at the right time and place, the path to purchase, as it were. Where and when does the customer choose to interact, not transact, interact? Is the customer researching? Is she window shopping? Is she price comparing? Is he looking to buy? Is he a repeat buyer? Is he here for returns because it's Thanksgiving, we'll do a bunch of gifts and then half those gifts get returned if you're a fashion retailer and you have to deal with this entire financial nightmare of product returns. Where is the customer in the journey? How does that journey relate to the product's own journey? Is it a new product? Is it a mature product? Is it out of stock? Is it overstock? And therefore, what are the opportunities for me to engage to drive relevance? If I understand who's the customer, what has driven that traffic, what is the context which is driving that engagement, and what can I take out from that engagement that might lead this customer to being loyal, engaged, and me as a brand being relevant to that customer.
Okay, so this is a snippet from a recent study published by Food Marketing Institute and Grocery Manufacturers Association in 2014, that over a period of years, out of stock still remains at 8%, which leads to around, say, to 10% of sales loss, and it is much higher for promotional items. right? And 3 strikes and you are out, right? So if the customer doesn't find the intended item on multiple occasions, so the retailer tends to lose the customer. So how does it translate to customer experience, right? So shoppers say that shelf availability is among the top 3 reasons why shopper come to a brick-and-mortar shop, retailer to shop, right? So that's how it impacts customer experience.
One good thing that we have been able to do is take this whole agile approach and do the business, and now it's kind of a business mantra where we're saying that technology is a small piece in this. It is really how the whole organization transforms around being agile to customer needs, right? So technology is probably the 3rd step in the whole life cycle. You first need to know what is an outcome that the customer would want and would like to have, and then validate that by actually talking to a few customers or doing some tests, and then you probably pull in technology. So that's been our experience.
The session today has been really good. Got an opportunity to listen to the speakers, talk to them, as well as ask a lot of questions. And it is very, very relevant to the business that we are doing at Entity Data. And I look forward to attend more of these sessions.
One key takeaway is when a couple of speakers spoke about Agile, and yes, Agile is not about a methodology, it's all about how you implement or use it in a daily operations.